I was laughing when I saw that picture.
Yeah, I took that the second after I got accepted to the mentorship, and I was like, I'm gonna get this interview. I know, and here we are.
The margins on organic are super high, but what is it for you right now?
We're looking at about 70% margins right now.
All right. So welcome to the channel. Basically, I think it's going to be the first organic interview here on the channel, except for Mikey. So what was the main thing you kind of struggled with before starting?
I think product research was a big thing that I was struggling with, and also getting too attached to products. There was a product that I was running organic for about a month and a half with no sales. So it was just, I was like, I need a little bit of structure. I need a little bit more guidance. And yeah, this mentorship was able to provide me with that. And yeah, now we're on the come up.
Yeah. Maybe let's go through the Shopify dashboard. So 40K in about a month, maybe a few days more than a month. Here it's very important to notice, maybe like obviously the margins on organic are super high, but what is it for you right now?
We're looking at about 70% margins right now. So 70% of what you're seeing in sales is what I'm taking home. And then the honeycomb upsell and cross sell, I only use that for a day. I'm actually using Zipify for all my upsells, and I'm actually starting to see a lot of success with that. Yeah, if you'll notice, my conversion rate's at a 7. Got a really great product and a really great offer, and I mean that's what's gonna drive sales on your website.
Yeah. Well, first of all, 7% is basically unheard of on organic. Like, this is something which is not typical at all, and you're going to have way lower conversion rates normally. We have a very very strong offer here, and also what we have is a very niche product, which is just perfect. Like, it actually makes a lot of sense. It's very salesy, the product itself, and it went viral in the very right niche. Obviously the AOV is not tracking right, but how much is it roundabout actually?
We're looking at about 16. Average order value is probably about $16 to $17 per order.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
So yeah, basically that's that. It's doing the best days were how much, like 3K already almost.
Yeah, my highest day so far was I think 3,050, and for the past week I've been averaging around $2,500 a day.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, for organic, it is amazing. And that's also one of the reasons why I'm pushing the whole organic sheen like thing more and more now, is because I just notice how crazy this opportunity is if you know what you're doing. Like, if you find a product which is actually very salesy, have a good offer, and actually are able to go viral consistently on TikTok, you start crushing. It's very simple.
Yeah.
And yeah, maybe talk about your experience with organic specifically. Like, yeah, how like what was the main things which you think which actually made this work?
Back in December when I was doing my other product, organic is how I made all of my money on my first winter. And yeah, it's super low budget, easy way to start. So that's how I started. And then I had a little bit of capital. So coming into this product, I was like, we're going to start running ads immediately. So I was editing my ads, and I decided to just post a couple TikToks on a fresh page. First video I posted went viral. So I was like, okay, wait, there might be some potential here to run this as just an organic store. So I cut my ads and just started going really hard on organic, as Michael told me that I should stick with and should do. And yeah, I've been fortunate enough to go viral every week now, just posting, as much as I can. And yeah, it's been doing really well. It has not slowed down. So yeah, we're gonna keep pushing it until we can't anymore.
Yeah, the problem with organic is that a lot of people have the urge to quit organic and do ads because they think that's a better opportunity vehicle, and they think that basically organic is an amazing way to start, and now they got and started. Now they need to properly do business or properly scale. When in reality, organic can actually be a very long-term strategy which just consistently will work. And that's why I kept pushing like on you to double down on this versus doing anything else. And when I saw the results we saw with this product, for example, the main instinct should be, all right, we're going all in on this. We're not doing anything else. This is something which works extremely well. Let's capitalize.
And I mean, luckily for me, it was something that I already knew, something that I've already seen success with. So it wasn't too hard of an adjustment to just snap back into that, like, really grinding videos every day and just like seeing what's hot, seeing what audios, hashtags, all that stuff's really important. So yeah, it's been working really well though.
Yeah, yeah. So what would you say are the main things to actually go viral? Like what kind of video concepts, or what's the main thing here?
Catchy hooks. Catchy hooks are really important. I've been paying attention to what's going viral on the For You page, and then kind of just putting my own spin on it. I'll see what audios a lot of people are using. Like I do a lot of research on like what videos are going viral, whether they be drop shipping products or not. Like even if they're just regular content posted by regular people, not selling anything. I'm taking those videos and I'm getting inspiration from them. And then I'm like, okay, how can I take my product and then make it so it's similar to these style videos? Like I'll see what audios are going crazy. I'll see what kind of trend people are doing and what people are like putting on the screen, and then I'll be like, okay, now how can I relate this to my product in a way that people are going to be interested in it? So, and that's worked for me ever since I started.
Yeah, 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 amazing. And for you obviously before starting the program itself, you were like a little bit unsure of getting started. Maybe, so let's talk about that as well.
I knew you were going to bring this up. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, before starting the mentorship, I was just a little hesitant to start, because I was a little bit stubborn and being like, okay, well, I've made money myself. Like, I could learn a lot from this mentorship, or I could not. So yeah, I was kind of hesitant to do it at first, but Michael ended up convincing me, like, do you think that you're gonna make more than what you pay for the mentorship? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, then what the fuck are you doing? I was like, no, you're right. I needed to hear that. I needed to hear that. And then, not to put myself on blast, but I tried to get the mentorship, and my bank decided to shut down my account for the day. So I had to call my mom while I'm on the call with Michael. Super embarrassing. But we got it all figured out and we're good now. But yeah, it's been a long journey, a long couple months.
Yeah, but the thing is, I just see it like every single time a person who already is going viral with other organic stuff and it's doing semi well. If you start with my program, 100%, it's going to be so simple over the next literally month to make all the money back you paid to me for the program and make more, because you have like, if you have the skill of doing video, like if you're already going viral, we just need to optimize the back end. Like we need to select really good products, we need to have an amazing offer, and we just need to do all the optimization in terms of the upselling, etc. That's it. Like if you already have the foundation down, this is what we need to optimize, and that's not hard at all. I think the cool thing about it was that like after you actually decided to join, where we can put it up somewhere here, the picture you sent me now. But yeah, you're like very confident in yourself about that.
Yeah, I actually applied to your mentorship, I think 2 or 3 times, and I didn't get a response the first 2 times. So I was like, or I'm not gonna like let this just slide unless I
Mhm.
get like a response being like, no, you didn't get accepted. So I was like, I want to talk on the phone with somebody because I know that I can like make it work.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, after I finally got accepted to the mentorship, I took this goofy snap of myself in the bathroom saying that I was going to be Michael's next YouTube case study, and here we are. So
Here we are. Yeah,
yeah, and
yeah.
in my application, I was definitely like kind of tooting my own horn a little bit. I was like, I know I can make this work. I know I can, like, if you give me the information, like I promise I'm going to take it to the moon. So yeah, that was that.
No, amazing, amazing. What would you say were the biggest learnings from the program?
Product research, how to do product research efficiently was a big one for me. And I'm
Mhm.
not gonna lie, whenever you guys picked the product for me, like out of like I did like hours and hours and hours of product research. And then once I landed on like some good products, um, the one that you guys picked for me, I was like, initially, this has got to be a joke. There's no way. I was like, out of all the ones on my sheet, I was not wanting to sell this one. This is one that I did not want to sell. But honestly, I took it as a challenge. And I was like, you know what? My first winner in December was something kind of ridiculous if you think about it in theory. But yeah, I saw what you guys picked for me and I was like, there's no way. And then I was like, all right, let's go for it. And yeah, that's what's making me money today. And it's like, it's crazy. It's insane. So Yeah.
Yeah. What would you say are the main challenges from like going from here?
Consistency is such a big thing. And like there are going to be little problems that come up like during your drop shipping journey. And I think that a lot of people stray away from things like this because they know that there's going to be a lot of obstacles. But if you're able to push past everything that stands in your way, like you can do this. Anybody can do this. I've seen so many people be like, "Oh, drop shipping saturated. It doesn't actually make you money," stuff like that. If you just push past all the bullshit, like anybody can really do this. You just have to be consistent and you have to be really disciplined when it comes to like doing your work and making sure that you know the daily things that you need to get done. Like you just get to work. Like it really is easy once you get the hang of it. And
Yeah.
obviously when you have a little bit of guidance, it's a lot easier as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So the consistency thing is basically it consists of two things. Number one is testing more products. Number two is hiring people. So it's just diversifying those two things where you have multiple products at the same time and you have you and somebody else also filming, editing, and doing all of those things. How far along are you with that?
So right now, I'm doing everything myself, because I'm only running the one product, but I am looking at a couple different potential products to start selling. And once I do that, I am going to start outsourcing some of my daily tasks, to other people for this specific store so I can keep this one profitable, keep it running while testing new products. So that's kind of in the very near future to me. I also have a
Mhm.
move coming up in like 8 days. I'm moving states, so that's going to be a little bit busy, but yeah, just got to keep everything in line. So outsourcing is really good, especially when it comes to things like this. Like, you know, when you have life things to do and
Yeah.
you know, when you have the extra capital, you can start paying other people to do your daily things for you, your daily tasks. And then it just makes it a lot easier on you. You're still making money. You're able to test more. And yeah, that's honestly the best way to do it. I've been looking at outsourcing um, my daily tasks for a long time. And now we actually have like the means to do it. So
Mhm. Yeah. So it's basically a kind of a two-step system here. Very first of all, I would highly recommend you to do a little bit more product research just to get more products going right now because
mm,
it's great to have this one thing, but you need to
yeah,
keep in mind there's a chance that it's going to go down. Okay, so we need to have
sure,
something else, the backups for
sure.
sure. Secondly, the hiring. Basically, if I would be you, I would literally see hiring as one of my top priorities in general. Okay, so for example, let's say you're posting, how many videos do you post per day in total?
Around between all platforms or just TikTok?
Yeah, let's take, well, how many videos do you create? Let's say, how many videos do you create per day?
Anywhere from 5 to 7.
Okay. So instead of creating seven, then you should probably be creating either five or four or something. And then the rest of the day, you basically do like only hiring stuff where you actually actively search for somebody, or you obviously keep the output and do some extra work here. But basically, like it's one of the top priorities because this is something which I'm seeing with all the organic guys. It doesn't feel like it's something which you can do, but in reality you can do it very simply. Like in the beginning you're always going to think, all right, I'm the reason why this is working, nobody really can replace me, I'm the main guy, so I cannot really teach this and nobody's going to do it as good as me. But that's literally not true. We're not special here. All right, so you can definitely just find another person who's going to do the basic stuff for you, at least the editing and stuff like that, where you save hours and hours out of your day. And the priority should be, what are the tasks which I'm constantly doing, which basically take up too much time and which are repetitive? And those tasks you give away. And it's very clear that the first one is editing, the second one is filming, and the third one is gathering ideas. So basically that's how it should normally go.
We definitely got to start outsourcing some of this work, make it a lot easier.
ASAP.
Okay,
What would you say is the goal for, let's say, the next 6 months? Where do you want to be at?
6 months. Um, well, getting my girlfriend a successful store would be nice. We started her first store a couple days ago, with the
Mhm.
product that we're testing, running ads on it today. So I'd like to catch her up to speed, and then I think that I would like to be running at least 3 stores, 4 stores, and have people working underneath me, making my content, doing my email support, just shit that I am spending far too much time on. I think that in 6 months, having 2 to 3 profitable stores that are making me money every day would be the goal. And then, yeah, obviously, I'm a simp, so my girlfriend have her a profitable store as well. So we can, both be doing the same thing together, and yeah, just see how far we can really take it.
Yeah, yeah, for
And
sure.
the answer to that is as far as you want.
Yeah. If you think about it again, scaling organic is just posting more if you already have a specific amount of, like, if you have a good quality of videos and you can't keep that, if you post more, you make more. It's basically as simple as that. So it's literally hiring, because you cannot scale your time over like 12 hours a day. Like, you cannot do more than that, so for you, what was the main reason you actually started specifically with me in the beginning?
I watched your YouTube videos for like ever since I started dropshipping. You were one of the first people that I started watching, and I really liked your style compared to some of the other people that do dropshipping videos on YouTube, because I could tell that you were really raw and you were really real. Like, you didn't sugarcoat anything when it came to like how to get things done and what you
Mhm.
need to be doing. And like when on YouTube, whenever you're like like saying how people are spending a bunch of time doing bullshit and things that
Mhm.
like aren't actually making them money, like spending way too much time on the website or spending way too much time on like captions and like stuff like that, just like shit that isn't directly making you money. And I could just tell that you were somebody that, if I were to get into your program and be able to talk to you, if I was doing something wrong, you were going to let me know immediately, not be like, oh, well, like, yeah, that's good, but like, you should be doing a little bit of this and a little bit of that. You'll be like, no, you need to cut that shit out immediately.
Yeah.
You need to be doing this, you need to be doing that, and you need to be doing that. And you were just really straight up, didn't sugarcoat anything. And I really like that style, because like, yeah, that's just what I needed. I needed that extra little kick in the ass to be like, hey, these are things that you're doing on a daily basis that aren't doing shit for you, and not making you money. These are things that you actually need to be putting more time into to make you money. And I've listened to everything. Like, it's super important to just everything in the mentorship. Listen to it. Listen to everything
Yeah.
Michael says. These guys know what they're talking about.
Yes, it's super important to actually dial down to like exactly what you said with, for example, the product you thought was not the greatest.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter. Like, if you don't like it, who cares? Who cares? So in the end of the day, you are here in this program to learn how to do product research. So why would you put your own opinion into selecting the product? And it's good that you did exactly that. So there was a guy a couple of days ago who wanted to start the program, and he basically was like, "Look, I'm making a lot of money with influencers. I have like really top tier influencers this year." So we have June, made around 700K with influencers alone, and last year it was like 2.5 million or so. So he's doing really, really well with influencers, which obviously have crazy margins, like over 50% as well. Amazing,
Yeah.
great. So he comes to me and he's telling me, "Look, whole influencer thing, I'm annoyed by it. I want to do TikTok ads, and I really want to focus on TikTok ads. I've been trying it for 9 months. I've been actually putting in a lot of work for TikTok ads, but doesn't matter what I try, I get a couple of good days and then everything goes to shit." He's like, "All right, I'm here to learn TikTok ads. That's why I want to join your program." And I looked at him and I was like, "Bro, that's not what like that's not what you want. You literally do not want to do TikTok ads. What you actually want to do is make more money and avoid the problems the specific problems you have in your influencer thing. Those are the two things you're actually here for." He's like, "Yeah, but I've already put in so much time into testing a bunch of products on TikTok." And it's like, sure, but so what? Like, what changes from you testing a lot of things to this being a better or worse strategy? It's literally nothing. So
Right.
I told him, if we are starting, we're only doing influencers and Facebook ads. Like, I know how much money you're making. I maybe know one person who makes over, like, he was making over 100K profit a month, and I maybe know one person max, and not even for him it's consistent,
Yeah.
who does 100K profit a month on TikTok ads. Like, it's a very, very, very difficult thing to actually achieve on specifically TikTok ads. He has something where he's already doing that. He needs to focus on that. And he basically, like, he was like, "All right, but I really want to do TikTok ads." And I was like, "Okay, sure, but I don't think it's going to be a good fit then." And we basically didn't start because he insisted on doing TikTok ads, and I didn't want to tell it, like, I don't want to give him advice on bullshit, which I actually don't think is right. So
Right.
yeah, that's literally how we not got started a few days ago. But I think it's good. It's very important to capitalize on strength, because for him, clearly he was extremely good with influencer marketing, and there was literally no way he would like make more money with TikTok ads than this. And yeah, like
Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking there. I mean, making, you said what, over 100K profit a month?
yeah,
That's unheard of on TikTok ads.
yeah.
He was just, I guess he was just like fed up with dealing with all the influencers and stuff like that. That's where like outsourcing and like
Mhm.
getting other people to deal with the shit that you don't want to deal with while you're making 100 grand a month.
Yeah,
I'm sure you can hire people to deal with the bullshit that you don't want to deal with on a daily
yeah.
basis. Simple. Yeah,
100%,
that's unreal.
100%. It is unreal. And basically, it was those like with influencers, it was like very general, broad products. And also, I saw instantly, he doesn't do any Facebook retargeting, he doesn't do any Facebook ads. With a pixel like this, it's going to be so easy to run the ads because you already has amazing videos from influencers. Just run on a
Yeah.
Facebook, that's it. But yeah, it didn't work out just because he wanted to do something else. But my point is, whenever you have some strength, and it's the same thing with you, you had the strength of doing organic and you wanted to do ads, and I was like, bro, doesn't make sense. Do this, do
Yeah.
this. It's the same exact thing where you need to focus on your strength. And this is something which a lot of people do completely wrong. And on top of this, it's also like, let's say you do organic and you're really good, like you're super big, this bodybuilder guy. Think about products which you can promote with your strength. Like obviously, if you do something like in terms of gym products, it's going to be easier for you than for everybody else. And one of the criteria which kind of crystallizes out at this point, after like working with a bunch of people here and with organic, I'm seeing the barrier to entry needs to be really high. If you have a product, like to scale it on a very consistent level on a long term, you need to have a product which has a high barrier to entry. So for example, you need to, let's say it's a boat product, some weird, like you need to have a boat. And obviously most people won't. Or if you have some product which is like super, like extreme, impossible to ship, and you have this one supplier which actually is able to ship, that's something which makes the whole difference, because so many people jump on your product if you don't have that.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is important to like play to your strengths. But also at the same time, you don't want to pick a product just because like
Yeah.
it's something that you're passionate about. And I've learned that with my last product after doing organic for far too long, far too long. What I should have done is I should have done organic for a week, see if I can get anything to go viral. If it doesn't, run a TikTok ad or run a Facebook ad. If those aren't profitable, cool, move on. If they are profitable, great. Maybe there's something there with ads. And then, but yeah, like I was for a month and a half, 5 times a day, I was posting on TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts. Nothing hit. I should
Just
have.
because you like the product.
Yes, it's because I like the product. So it was a pet product.
Mhm.
I could take really good creatives with it because I have a dog. And I was like, and the product worked really well. I'm actually surprised it didn't do good. But, I tried it for too long. It never worked. That's okay. That's okay. But yeah, don't get too attached to products that you're like, this is got like people gotta like this. It's like, no, you like it. You like it. Other people just don't.
This whole getting into a niche thing, it's definitely a little bit more advanced, and it's kind of the second step, I would say. So after you actually know what a good product is, after you know how to go viral, etc., then it makes sense to pick something where the barrier to entry is high. Because of obviously in the beginning, barrier, like if the barrier to entry is high, it also means that you cannot really even copy content. And as a complete beginner, you should be looking at what else works. And I'm basically just going to replicate the whole thing just to understand what goes viral, how to make the same exact thing which already went viral for another person. So in the beginning, it's more of a learning phase. And here also, we need to treat this whole thing like a business, and specifically with organic. First month is learning phase only. We don't care about money. We don't care about anything else. And I've did this mistake in the beginning where I tried to push organic a little bit, and I've just seen how many people didn't keep doing it after like 3-4 videos, because we started picking products which are perfect, but they were too complicated. Like there's very salesy, etc. But you don't like to do organic properly. The first step is learn how to go viral, and the second step is learn how to sell. So if you try to sell while going viral, you're not going to feel a lot of wins. And that's the big problem. If you don't look at one super dedicated student who's just there to crush, doesn't matter what happens, he's there, that's fine. But if you look at the bigger picture on everybody, you're going to see that a lot of people will drop off if they don't experience any type of win in the first month. No wins. And this is something which kind of like made me understand the right strategy here is going to be, we only focus on going viral, fuck sales, fuck any, like, do not care about that. Right now, we're only learning how to do that. We learn how to go viral. Step 2, make sales. And step 3 is go like branding, hiring, doing more products, and also going into niches which are difficult to enter, where you have to buy inventory, where you have to put in a lot of upfront work to actually make that product work, because you already know, all right, this is a winner. This is clearly something which I will be able to go viral with, so it's worth it. Like, it was definitely eye-opening for me to understand this whole thing, because with our main Facebook strategy, we also saw wins really, like you do see wins pretty early on. Like you do see some success, some numbers, to basically think, all right, this makes sense. I need to keep going. And the psychological part, most people actually don't think about in dropshipping, because that is almost everything. If you see that nothing is working, the chances of you quitting and basically saying, all right, let me try Facebook, like Amazon FBA or this other thing, affiliate marketing or whatever, is so much higher. So that's kind of the strategy going into it. But like for you in the beginning, why did you pick dropshipping specifically? How come you even came across this whole thing?
Actually, what kind of kickstarted dropshipping for me was I didn't like my job. I was working at the airport, and my girlfriend and I had decided that we were going to move to Florida when she graduated from college. And I was like, okay, well, I'm not making enough money to start, like, I'm not making enough money to start like saving up for Florida. Like, I don't think that I could save enough at that time. So I was like, all right, gotta YouTube some side hustles. So I actually started with eBay, and I was going to thrift stores and I was getting clothes from the thrift stores, and selling them on eBay. And that was cool. Like, it made me, an extra $1,000 a month one time. But the shitty thing about that was, like, dude, I'm stockpiling like all these clothes in my house, and like only some of them are leaving a day. So like it's just growing and growing. And I was like, do I get a storage unit? Do I let these clothes just pile up? And then I was like, that's why drop shipping was appealing to me, because I was like, okay, like I like selling like this. And I've gotten pretty good at it, but at the same time, I hate the inventory. And I was like, well, drop shipping is just like, you don't have to deal with any of that. You just deal with the suppliers, you pay the suppliers, and then the suppliers send it to the people. So I was like, okay, cool. So I started doing research on drop shipping. I probably did like really hard research for like a month, because I was like, I don't want to make all the mistakes that other drop shipping like YouTubers have experienced. So I was like a sponge. I soaked in as much information as I possibly could. And then I realized that I learned the best by actually doing. So I was like, if I just do it and stick with it, I know that I could make it work. And then my very first product, I made it work. I second guessed it a million times. I was like, dude, this isn't going to sell. Like, telling my buddies, like, this isn't going to sell. And he was like, dude, just do it. So I ordered it, made the videos. It took like, a couple weeks, but eventually I started seeing a little bit of traction, started seeing the videos go up. I got 2 sales in one day, and that's when it like really clicked in my head, like, oh shit. Like, I posted a video, 2 people bought my product. Imagine I post a video that gets 1 million views. How many sales could I get from that? And now it's like, you can make a decent amount just going viral on Instagram Reels, TikTok. But yeah, it's insane. It's crazy. It's been a fun ride so far, and I'm just excited to see where I can take it.
Yeah, this is exactly what I mean with the wins. Like, you see the first sale, you see the first couple of sales, you think differently now. Like, you understand this is something which I achieved without having any clue what the fuck I'm doing. What can I actually do when I understand what I'm doing? Like, it's such a big mindset shift. I remember this very, very clearly for me. First sale, like, I went insane. A day later, I told everybody, not going to college, I'm doing this full time, 100%, no matter what. This is it. Like, I know for a fact I sold something online, and this is better than every job I've ever seen. Like 100%. So thinking back, that was very naive, and the odds were very against me. Like it shouldn't not like it should have not worked out, definitely. But if you do things right, it definitely does. But for you, how does it feel to do it now full time?
It feels really crazy actually. But like you were saying, you kind of do got to be a little bit delusional. Like
Yeah.
you have to convince yourself that this is going to work and just believe it and just like do the work, and any of the bullshit that's coming your way, just kind of block it out. Just keep your head down and keep working. It feels crazy though. When I got let go from the airport, I still wasn't making like a lot of money drop shipping. Like I was seeing a couple $100 days in sales, and I was like, okay, that's cool. Like that's great. Um, 2 days after I got let go from the airport, I did my first day over 1,000. I did $1,500 in sales, and I was like, wait a minute. Saw a video going viral. Did $4,000 the next day, which is still my highest day that I've done so far. But yeah, I saw $4,000, and then just like I was doing a couple thousand every day after that, and I was like, well, now I have some money saved up, so like let's just put everything into this. But it was when I made that mindset switch after I got fired to be like, oh, this sucks. Like I don't have any security. That security blanket was lifted from underneath me. But once I told myself like, you're gonna be good, just keep doing what you're doing with the drop shipping thing, and just like really put everything you have into it, and like you can make it work. And just so happens that 2 days after I got let go, I really started catching a feel for like what that success looks like, and I was like, I want that again and again, and like now I'm just constantly chasing that, and it's become a little bit more consistent, which is really cool. But yeah, I'm just really excited to see where I can take it next, because sky's the limit.
For sure. Now thinking back to it, what you just said before with you wanting to teach your girlfriend also the whole organic thing. To be honest, I think a part of the thing you guys should be doing, if you guys want to do the whole thing together, and it's actually like a thing where you see it long term, it makes sense to actually tell her to help her to help you find a person who you're gonna be able to hire. Because if
Yeah.
you keep posting the exact same amount right now and just get her to find somebody who's like basically to doing all the reach outs and doing that, like I can show you how to do it properly, but basically to like how to get a list of people going who can actually do things for you and do it that way, I think it should make more sense. Because right now you cutting down like a couple of videos is probably going to hurt you more than if she takes a couple of hours out of her day to do this, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
And I know like that she can make it work. She graduated as like a journalism major, and she
Mhm.
wanted to do remote copyright work. And I've been seeing the videos that she's been putting up on her page, and I was like, fuck, she's better than me. And like, so I know she can make it work. We just need a winning product. And yeah, definitely outsourcing. I am still a little bit fuzzy on like where to get people to come work for me. So yeah, having help with that would actually be perfect.
Yeah,
Um,
well, there's two routes we can go here. The first one is I can connect you to a guy who basically has an agency where he does TikTok videos for people, and like he went through the whole program. He's really good. He knows everything, so he goes viral on a very consistent basis. I can just connect you with him, and he basically posts for you. That's one option. And that's definitely a good one. But on top of that, and I would actually say that it should be both, is that you should probably have like a full-time employee which actually does the work for you.
yeah.
So slowly but surely, you need to train a person. If you know somebody, that's one way. Like if you just know somebody from your friends or somebody like that, that's one way. The other thing, either people from the group or like there's so many Discord groups where you already have organic guys, which you can just tell, hey, I want you to do videos for me, and I'm going to teach you, and I'm going to pay you monthly.
Yeah.
So it's basically going to be more about like making a list and doing like a bunch of reach outs to a lot of people, and it shouldn't be that difficult. Like in a matter of a couple of weeks, like for every organic guy like I know, we found somebody inside of like 2 weeks. So if you do it right, it should be pretty fast. If you want to do organic, because I assume the people who watch this till this point are the main ones who actually are thinking about doing organic or already doing it.
Yeah.
Look, you need to have at least bare minimum 3 hours a day. All right. You need to have that, number one. Number two is you need to be very, very serious about this whole thing. And you need to treat this religiously. Like every single day, you need to do videos until you become good. Okay. If you're actually serious about, like, if you understand that you just are, like, the first month is about only learning the skill, and there's no money made, literally no money you're going to make while learning the skill. However, the skill you're going to learn is going to make you a shit ton of money later on. If you understand that, and you're truly interested in working with me, you can click the link below, sign up for a call, and we're going to find out if everything's a good fit. And look, we get a crazy amount of applications. We cannot work with everybody. You saw it as well, Jordan. Like we cannot call everybody because it's just too many people. So actually, like, take your time in the application, put in the things you either already know about dropshipping, or like how your experience so far is. And yeah, hopefully I will talk to you very soon. So that's it. Jordan, I'm maybe going to have another interview, let's say like 3 to 6 months or so with you, and we can take an update from there. And yeah, appreciate you being here as well.
I'll be somewhere way cooler than this. This is the first place. The next one is a luxury apartment home in Florida next to the beach. So should be pretty.
Step one is the step one is LED lamps. So if you have that, it's not far away.
Yeah, I won this at a golf tournament. Like I don't know,
really?
but yeah, no, the next spot will be way cooler. So I'll be in a cooler location. It'd be like, how you doing? It'll be 4 months from now. I'm like, what's up? That's fucking whatever the fuck, you know. So yeah, it should be cool. But thanks for everything, Michael. For real. This is
for sure, bro. For sure.
It's surreal to be making me like this. I always knew I would. I didn't know how, but I knew I'd get here.
Yeah, it's fresh, so it's very important to not let this get to your head. Like, we need to keep doing exactly what you're doing right now for the next at least half a year, at least.